Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some pre-1961 Apba bats here on May 26th. We got the Detroit Tigers traveling to Washington to take on the Senators. Leading off for the Tigers, playing left field's Ty Cobb. Batting second, playing center field, Harry Hellman. Batting third, playing right field, Al Kaline. Batting fourth, playing first base, Hank Greenberg. Batting fifth, playing second base, Charlie Gehringer. Batting sixth, playing third base, Ray Boone. Batting seventh, playing shortstop, Harvey Kuhn. Batting eighth, on the catching, Frank House. And batting ninth on the mound for the Tigers is Hooks DAUSS. And for the hometown Washington Senators, we got leading off, playing center field, Sam Rice. Batting second, playing shortstop, Cecil Travis. Batting third, playing left field, Goose Goslin. Batting fourth, playing third base, Harmon Killebrew. Batting fifth, playing right field, Heine Manchie. Batting sixth, playing first base, Mickey Vernon. Batting seventh, playing second base, Buddy Meyer. Batting eighth, doing the catching, Muddy Rule. And on the mound is the general. Batting ninth, General Crowder. Let's get down here to the field and get this game started. Sure, here. We're going to make one change here. Tigers, since they got a lefty, we are going to make a change here. We're going to keep it the same. Sorry, we're going to keep it the same. We're going down here to the field. Get this game started. Ty Cobb to lead it off, batting .250 with a homer and 5 RBIs, going up against the General. This is his second game. He's 1-0 with a 2.25 ERA. And right away, Cobb gets a hold of this. See how far this one goes, folks, as Clinton Parks joins us. And Cobb drives this ball into the gap in right field with a leadoff double. Ty Cobb's aboard here. Top of the first. And Hellman's up now. Excuse me. He's batting a .172. No homers and 1 RBI. Here's the pitch to Hellman. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Will the runner get down the second? Third is the question. And Killebrew's not the greatest fielding third baseman at 21. 3. That'll be a fielding column number 2. And out of first, he'll look the runner back and fire over to first. So he gets the runner to hold at second. So now you got 1 out. Cobb still down at second for Al Kaline. Kaline drive Cobb in. With Cobb's speed, a single brings him in. And that's more than a single. That ball is high. That ball is far. And that ball is gone. Kiss it goodbye, folks. Now Kaline drives that ball into the left field bleachers and gives the Tigers a 2-0 lead. These people in Washington sit down and get comfortable. That brings up Hank Greenberg, batting a .179 with no homers and 3 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Hank. And that's a fly ball out to Goose and left for out number 2. And here comes old Charlie. Charlie is batting .250 with no homers and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. General walks him. So now you got 1 runner on with 2 outs for Boone. Boone add to this 2-0 lead. Ray's batting a .103 with 1 homer and 4 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. And that ball is deep. This ball is flying out of Washington today. and he hits a home run and doubles your pleasure, double your fun, double mint gum. It's now 4-0. And Crowder's giving up the gopher balls here today. 2 home runs in the first. And it's 4-0. And here comes Harvey, batting .258 with no homers and an RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down to second. Buddy's up with it, fires over to first, but the 2 home runs, one by K-Line and one by Boone, give the Tigers 4 runs in the first. And now the Senators coming up the bat with Rice, Travis, and Goslin down by 4. Sam Rice is batting .282, no homers and an RBI. And Hooks DAUSS comes into the game already with a 4-run lead. This is his second appearance. He has no record, and he has a 2.57 ERA. Here's the pitch to Sam. And that's going to be a fly ball out the Cobb and left for out number 1. And here comes Travis now. And Cecil's batting .200 with 2 homers and 6 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Harvey at short. He muffs that ball. That's going to be an E6. And Senator's got a runner aboard now for Goose. And Goose Goslin's batting .333. He's got 2 homers, 4 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Goose. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. This might be a wild game. Ooh, might not be no pitching duel here. That ball is hit in the deep center field. And that's going to roll around out there in those nooks and crannies. And that's going to be a 1 RBI triple for Goslin. Now you got a runner down at third and only 1 out for Killebrew. And Harmon, he's batting .281. He's got a homer and 4 RBIs. One swing of the bat here, and he can make this a 1-run ball game. And they're not going to take a chance with that. They walk Killebrew. An unintentional, intentional walk. Killebrew down there at first. Now it does set up the double play. Might not be a bad move. Killebrew doesn't run that well. And Heine Manshie's up batting .308 with no homers and an RBI. They're going to play back for the double play, up by 3. And that's going to be against 16. That is going to be a base hit in the left field. And that'll score Goose. Killebrew's speed, he's going to stop at second. That cuts the lead in half. The Senators doing this with 1 out here. Now you got first and second, as Hooks couldn't keep the 4-0 lead long. So now it's a 2-run game, and Mickey Vernon is up. Mickey's batting .182 with a homer and 3 RBIs. And that ball is well hit. This is going to be a wild one, it looks like today here in Washington. And that ball is hit into the gap in right field. And that'll score Killebrew. Question is, will it score Heine down there at first? With 1 out, he's going to stay put at third. So that's an RBI double. And it's a 1-run game. And now you got runners at second and third. So the Senators fighting right back here in this first inning. And Buddy Myers up now. Buddy's batting .143. No homers and 2 RBIs. And even though it's early in the game, Tigers are going to bring the infield in here with second and third. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be against 16. That's going to be a base hit in the center field. And that's going to score both runners. And this game now is 5-4. The Senators have coming right back and taking the lead, and still only 1 out, as Hooks might get the quick hook 5 runs here in the bottom of the inning, up 4-0. Muddy Rules up. Muddy's batting .250 with no homers and 2 RBIs. And that's what the doctor ordered, but it's way late. That ball's hit down the short. Taylor made double play, 6-4-3. That ends the inning, but not until the Senators score 5 and take a 5-4 lead. Man, 9 runs in the first inning. Definitely not a pitcher duel. We didn't expect it from Hooks and the general. Now you got House. Hooks due up and then tie. And House, he's batting. He's 0 for 8 on the year with 1 RBI. Looking for his first hit. And they walk him. That's the kind of game this is going to be. They walk a guy that hasn't gotten a hit yet this year. That brings up Hooks. And DAUSS, he's 0 for 2. He is going to try to bunt the tying run down the second. And a 27. That's going to be 2 strikes on him. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And that's going to be 2 balls and 2 strikes. He comes back now with a 2-2 pitch. And he gets down a nice bunt on the 2-2 pitch down the first. Only play for Mickey's over the first with Buddy covering. And that'll be out number 1. The runner gets in the scoring position here. 1 out for Rice. And Rice, he doubled his first time up and came around the score. Rice. Cobb comes up. And with the runner down at second, and Cobb doubled his first time up and came around the score. Get it right here. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. Goose has got it. That'll be out number 2. It's up to Hellman. Drive in the tying run. He grounded out to third his first time up. That's going to be another fly ball to left and another out. So the leadoff batter gets stranded at second. We go to the bottom of the second. It's still 5-4 Washington. The Generals due up first, followed by Rice and Travis. And the General, this will be his first plate appearance of the year. Here's the pitch to him. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. And these balls are flying around here today. That's for sure. And that's going to be a double in the third. Over the third base bag. And you got the leadoff batter because we don't need no stinking DH down at second. You can see Washington's upcoming schedule. They got one more game here in Washington against the Tigers. And then they go on the road and play 4 games against the White Sox. And here's Rice. Rice, he flew out the left his first time up. And that's going to be a 40. 2, 3, 16. That'll make them a fielding column. Wild pitch. About wild pitch 3. No, so that'll be a rare play with a runner down at second on a 63 on a 40. 63 and a 40. 63 and a 40 will be a ground ball down the second. We'll have to roll some more dice. And a 34 and a 9 should be fielding column 1. And it is. And that's going to be out at first. The runner is going to get down to third. So runner advances on that. And now you got the insurance run down at third. And only 1 out. Again, the Tigers will bring the infield in. Travis is up. He reached on an error and came around to score his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And he's going to look the runner back. Nope, the runner's going to come home, and he's going to nail him at the plate. Nice play down there by Harvey. Gets the runner out. Now Travis is down at first with 2 outs for Goose Goslin. And Goose, he tripled and drove in a run and came around to score his first time up. Let's see what the Goose can do here. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Goose is on board again. That brings up Killebrew now. 2 on and 2 out. Already up 5-4. And Killebrew is walked his first time up. And that's going to be popped up down the short. Harvey's got it to end the inning. And the Senators leave 2 and still lead this game 5-4. And we got Al Kaline due up here, followed by Greenberg and Charlie Gehringer. And Al, he hit that 2-run homer. Start this game off with. Here's the pitch to Al. And they don't want no parts of Kaline. They walk the tie and run down at first. Brings up Greenberg now. Can Hank make him pay for walking Kaline? He flew out the left his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. 36-1. Should be fielding column 3 probably. Yep. And that'll get the runner down to second. And they only play for the Generals over to first. So now you got 1 out and a runner in scoring position for Charlie. See if Charlie can deliver here. Charlie walked his first time up, came around the score. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Goslin. He's been busy today. I think that's his 3rd put out today. Here comes Ray Boone. He hit a homer his first time up. Can he drive in the tie and run? Here's the pitch to Ray Boone. And that's not going to be a homer, but that may be a base hit, and it is. That's going to be a base hit in the right field. And that should score the runner easily. 56. That'll be a 20. Yep, that'll be scored with no throw. Single in the right. Kaline ties this game up with Boone's RBI single. It's 5-5. And here comes Harvey up now. He grounded out to second his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. But we got a tie ball game, folks. So we go to the bottom of the 3rd. You got Heine, Vernon, and Buddy due up here. Heine singled and drove in a run and came around to score in the first inning. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Kaline for out number 1. And here comes Mickey. And Mickey doubled and drove in a run his first time up and came around the score. And that's going to be another base hit for Mickey. Ball finds its way in the right field in front of Kaline. He can't make the catch. So now there's 1 on and 1 out. And up now is Buddy. Buddy singled and drove in 2 runs his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. And Boone's down there. 4 and a 26. That should be fielding column 1, just barely. And that's going to be the old 5-4-3 double play. Nice play down there by Boone. Nice pivot by Charlie. Gets the double play to end the inning. We go to the top of the 4th. It's a tie ball game, folks. House hooks as Legend joins us. Legend's had a great game earlier. Check it out, folks. Doing the playoffs for his franchise All-Stars. Got the Phillies and the Dodgers earlier today. And old Frank House, he walked his first time up. And he's going to walk again. So Frank trots on down to first. And Hooks is going to try to sacrifice him over to second like he did the first time. Here's the pitch to Hooks. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on Hooks. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be a nice bunt again. This one down to first base again. And again, Mickey's only play is over to Buddy covering. And that'll be out number 1. And now Cobb's up with the runner down at second. Go ahead, run down at second for Cobb. He's 1 for 2. He's doubled, came around the score, and flew out the left. And you see Detroit's upcoming schedule. Detroit plays 1 more game here in Washington. They go home and play 3 against the Orioles. And then the A's come to town. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Rice has got it. That'll be out number 2. It's up to Hellman here to get the job done. And he's grounded out the third and flew out the left. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. And with House's speed, this could be close here, folks. A 6, that'll be a 56, 26, 31, 31. Not as close as I thought. A 61 or lower. And House is safe at the plate. And he's safe. So that's an RBI single. And that gives the Tigers a 6-5 lead. And Hellman down at first for Al Kaline. Can he add to this lead here? And this will probably be the General's last at bat, one way or the other. If he doesn't get Kaline out, he's due up second in the bottom of the 4th. They'll probably pitch hit for him. Here's the pitch to Al Kaline. He's homered and walked. And that's going to be a deep fly ball, but that's out the right field room out there for Heine. He makes the catch. But the Tigers score 1 and take a 6-5 lead. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Let's see who's probably going to come in here. You got a bunch of righties coming in. A righty, a lefty, and a righty. So Porterfield will probably come in the pitch, be my guess. Now let's see who's going to come off the bench later. Alrighty, first we got Muddy Rule, then a pitch hitter for the General and back to Rice. And now the Senators are trailing 6-5. And Muddy, he grounded into a double play his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Hooks. He's got it, fires over to first for out number 1. And now let's see who's going to come off the bench here. That'll be it for the General. He sure didn't have anything today. Let's see who's going to pitch hit here. And Clyde's going to come off the bench. Bring on the lefty here. Where's he at? There is Clyde. And Mellon is batting .500 on the year with 1 RBI. See what Clyde can do. And that's going to be against a 10. That's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Hellman makes a nice play on that. Robs him of a base hit. That's 2 down now. Back to the top of the order we go. And Mr. Rice Rice is 0 for 2. He's flown out the left and grounded out the second. Here's the pitch to Rice. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. How far is this one going to travel? And that's going to be a double down the first base line. So Rice is on with a 2-out double. So the tying runs in scoring position now for Cecil and Travis. He is 0 for 2. He's reached on an error and reached on a fielder's choice, so he's been on base twice. Yet to make it there safely. And that's going to be a rare play. I believe a 39. Let's see, with the catcher. Yep, that's going to be a rare play. To re-roll the dice here with a runner down at second. A 35 on a 39. And it's going to be a 13. That'll be down the second. And Charlie's good second baseman down there. That'll be fielding column 1. That'll be a ground ball. He'll fire over to first. And that'll be the final out here in the 4th inning. That's the Senators strand 1. Nice play by Charlie. And now Potterfield's going to come out of the bullpen. And he's going to try to eat up some innings here for the Senators. And Bob has pitched, and this will be his 4th game. He's 0-1 with 1 save with a 5.79 ERA. We'll have Hank Greenberg, Charlie Gehringer, and Ray Boone do up here. Hank's 0 for 2. He's flown out and grounded out to the mound. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And 1 up and 1 down. Let's see what old Charlie can do here. Charlie's 0 for 1. He's walked and flew out the left. And that's going to be another ground ball down to Buddy. 2 ground balls to second and 2 easy outs. See if Boone can do something different. Boone's already homered in this game. Had a 2-run shot, and he singled and drove in a run. So it's the Ray Boone. He's drove in half the runs here today. And this will be a ground ball out in front of the plate. And Muddy jumps on top of that one quick. Fires down the first, and they get Boone. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Porterfield. We go to the bottom of the 5th. We got Goslin due up, followed by Killebrew and Heine. And Goose is 1 for 1. He's walked, tripled, drove in a run, and came around the score. And that's going to be a rare play, a 40 and a 55. And that's going to be hit in the center field. See if Hellman can deal with this. And he's not going to be able to, I don't believe. Nope, that's going to be a single in the right and a batter to third on a throwing error. Don't understand that. So that's going to be a single. An E8. Batter's going to get the third. So you got the tying run now down at third. That's going to force the Tigers to bring the infield in. And here comes Mr. Killebrew up now. So you can see the team comparisons. You got the Tigers at 4-4 with 34 strikeouts. They've walked 44 times, hit 15 doubles and 4 triples. Washington's 5-4. They've struck out 40 times, walked 38 times, hit 24 doubles, and also have 5 triples. Harmon is 0 for 1. He has walked and popped up the short. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And that's going to be a single through there. And that's going to score the run with a drawn-in infield. The ball gets through in the right field. And that ties the ball game up. It's 6 apiece. And they like to see Hooks make it through this inning. He's due up third. Heine is 1 for 2. He has singled and he has flown out the right. And that's going to be another base hit. That's going to be in the right field, I believe. Let's see, a 10. The runner on it first. A 10. That'll make him an 11. Nope, that's going to be a nice play down there by Boone. Boone makes a nice play. That should be fielding column 2. I don't think he's going to be able to turn 2 here. 33 and a 4. That'll be fielding column 2. So they'll get the lead runner. Nice play by Boone. 5-4 put out, but Heine's too fast. He makes it down to first. Now there's 1 out and a runner on first. And Mickey's up. He's 2 for 2. He has doubled, drove in a run in, singled. And that's going to be 11. And that's going to be a pop up down the third. And Ray makes that play. So now there's 2 down. And Buddy's up now. And Buddy is 1 for 2 with 2 doubles. He's singled and grounded into a 5-4-3 double play. And that'll be a ground ball down to Harvey. He'll go the short way over to second. But the Senators score 1, tie this ball game up. It's 6 apiece as we go to the 6th. You got Harvey due up, followed by House and a pitch hitter here for the Hooks. And Harvey's 0 for 2. He is grounded out and struck out. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Travis. That's going to be an E6. Nothing can go right for these pitchers today. So you got Harvey aboard with an error. Here comes Frank House. He's walked twice today. He came around to score once. Here's the pitch to House. And that's going to be a 14. And that's going to be an infield hit. House beats out the Baltimore Chomp. And he's aboard here. Now you got first and second and nobody out. And like I say, that's it for Hooks. See who's going to come off the bench here to face Porterfield here. And I think Vec's going to come off the bench. See what Bobby can do here. With runners on first and second and nobody out. Where's Bobby at? There he is. So he is 0 for 2 on the year with no homers and no RBIs. Can Bobby deliver here with the game tied up at 6 apiece? Runners at first and second. Not much speed on the bases. Senators looking to turn 2. Here's the pitch to Bobby. And that's going to be popped up down the third. Infield fly rules in effect. And that'll be out number 2. Out number 1, rather. 1 up. And that brings up the top of the order and Ty Cobb. Cobb led this game off with a double. He's flown out the left and the center. Can he deliver here? Here's the pitch to Cobb. And that's going to be against a 15. And he is going to deliver. That's going to be a base hit, infield hit. They're just nickel and diming old Bobby Porterfield. And its base is loaded now for Hellman. And what are they going to do here? Are they going to play back for the double play? I think they are. Not much speed. They're going to play back for the double play. The only speed they got is old Cobb at first. And Harvey and House is going to slow him up. Hellman's 1 for 3 with an RBI. He did single and drive in a run the last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second with the infield back. 36 and an 8. That should be fielding column 1. And it is with the infield back. And that's going to be the old 4-6-3 double play. They get what they needed and get out of this mess with nobody scoring. Tigers leave the base. Well, technically, only 2 men left on with the double play. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still tied up. See who's going to come out here to pitch for the Tigers. Got the bottom part of the order due up. Going to have a righty. Let's see here. They got one lefty in the bullpen, Whitehill. I don't think they're going to bring him out yet. Let's see here. Looks like it might be Trucks. No, Bridges. Tommy Bridges is going to come into the game. Try to keep this game tied up. Like I say, he'll be facing the bottom part of the order, and then they'll turn back around with Rice. So he'll have Rule, a pitch hitter for Porterfield, and then Rice. And Tommy's first appearance of the season. And in, what year is this for Tommy? In 1936, he was 23 and 11, pitched in 39 games, started 38 with a 3.6 earned run average. Here's the pitch to Muddy. And right away, he starts off with a walk. So Tommy walks the first batter he faces. Now we'll have a pitch hitter here for Porterfield. See who's going to come off the bench here. We're in a tie ball game in the 6th. And on rise, here comes the judge. The first judge, Joe Judge, is coming off the bench here for the Senators. And Joe is batting .333. He is 1 for 3 with no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the K-line and right for out number 1. Back to the top of the order we go. And that'll bring on Rice. And Sam is 1 for 3 today. He has flown out the left, grounded out the second, and doubled. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Sorry, a ground ball down the third. And the only play for Boone's going to be over the second. They'll get the lead runner, but they won't be able to turn 2. So now you got Rice down at first. And with 2 outs, Rice might be taken off. A 21. That would be a 43 or lower. Rice is going to try to get in scoring position here with 2 outs. So a 43 or lower, he's safe. And he's safe at second. So Rice with a stolen base. Gets in the scoring position here with 2 outs for Cecil Travis. Travis is 0 for 3. He's reached twice, once on an error, then on a fielder's choice, and grounded out the second. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. And he's going to toss it over to Tommy covering, and that'll be out number 3. So the Senators strand one. We go to the 7th inning. It's still tied up. Here comes the big boys for the Tigers. You got K-Line, Greenberg, and Charlie. See who's going to come out of the bullpen and pitch here. That is the question. I don't think they're going to go with any lefty. It's either going to be Mulberry or Newsom. Let's see here. See who hasn't pitched. And it's going to be Lou. Now, who are we going to go with? We're going to go with Mulberry. He's going to come out and pitch. See if he can keep this game tied up. And this is Mulberry's 4th appearance. He's 1-0 with a 3 ERA. Like I say, he'll be facing the 3-4-5 hitters here in the 7th. Al K-Line's already homered in this game. He's 1 for 2. Walk and flew out the right. Here's the pitch to K-Line. That's going to be a grounder down the short for out number 1. 1 up and 1 down here in the 7th. See if Hank Greenberg can do some damage here. Hank's 0 for 3. It's flown out the left, grounded out to the pitcher and second. And that's going to be a double in the right field. Didn't quite get a hold of it enough, but it bounces off the wall for a 1-out double. And the Tigers got the go-ahead run at second with 1 out. Let's see what old Charlie can do. Charlie's 0 for 2. He's walked, flew out the left, and grounded out the second. And that's going to be against the righty. It'll be a 14 and an 8. And that's going to be a nice play down at short. Does the runner get the third is the question. And he looks the runner back to second, fires over to first. And now there's 2 outs and a runner down at second. Ray Boone's been the man today. He's got 3 RBIs on this game. He's 2 for 3, 2-run homer, RBI single, and grounded out to the catcher. And that's going to be a 12. That's going to be a ground ball down the first. And he'll toss it over to pitcher covering, and that'll be out number 3. So the Tigers strand 1. We get to the 7th inning, tied up at 6 apiece. And you're going to have the 3, 4, 5 hitters due up here for the Senators. So the big boys for them's up. You're going to have Gosling, Killebrew, and Heine. And Goose is having one hell of a game. He's 2 for 2. He has tripled, singled, and walked. Here's the pitch to Gosling. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. And that's going to be a nice play out there by Ty Cobb. Just robbed Goose of another hit. Ty Cobb making a nice run and catch for out number 1. A little tip of the cat from Bridges. 1 down. That brings up Killebrew now. He's 1 for 2. He's walked, popped up the short, and singled and drove in a run. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Tommy strikes out Killebrew. And here comes Heine up now. He's 1 for 3. He's had an RBI single, flew out the right and reached on a fielder's choice. And that's going to be a 15. It's going to be a fly ball in the right field. K-Line's got that. 1, 2, 3, go to Senators. To the top of the 8th we go. Part of the order due up here. Harvey, House, and a pitch hitter for Tommy. See if the bottom part can do some damage. Harvey's 0 for 3. He's grounded out the second, struck out and reached on an air. And that's going to be a fly ball to center field for out number 1. Rice has got it. That brings up House. He's walked twice and singled. He's 1 for 1. And that's going to be the first time they got him out. Another fly ball to center field. So he's going to come out here and pitch hit for Bridges here in the 8th. And I think it's going to be Sam Crawford. Sam's going to come off the bench here, try to keep this inning alive. With 2 outs and nobody on. Sam is his first official plate appearance. Let's see what he can do. Here's the pitch to Sam, and that's going to be a rare play, a 55 on a 40. I think we've had that before. And that ball is going to be hit in the center field, and Rice is out there. And he's going to make a nice play out there to rob Sam of a base hit. Some nice defense being played. That keeps this a tie ball game. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. See, it's going to be Trucks, I think, is going to come on here. Fire Trucks is coming out of the bullpen. Virgil coming out of the pen. And this is Virgil's second appearance. He's got a whopping 27 ERA. He'll be facing Vernon, Meyer, and Rule. Mickey is 2 for 3 with a double, RBI double, a single, and popped up the short. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Harvey at third short. He fires across the diamond to Hank for out number 1. Here comes Buddy up now. And Buddy's 1 for 3 with 2 RBI single. Grounded out the short and reached on a fielder's choice. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Buddy's aboard. And the Senators got the go-ahead run down at first. Muddy's up now. And Muddy is 0 for 2. He's grounded into a 6-4-3 double play. Grounded back to the pitcher and walked. And that ball is well hit. Can Muddy give the Senators the lead here, folks? And that's going to be a drive into the gap in right field. Buddy doesn't have bad speed down there. A 20 with 1 out. Are they going to chance it? A 42 or lower? They're going to send him a 42 or lower. He's in there. And they gun him out at the plate. Al Kaline shows off that gun, folks. Fires it home on the dead bead. And they get him at the plate. Nice play by Al Kaline. Got a runner down at second now and 2 outs. Kaline keeps this game tied up. We'll have a pitch hitter here. Now with 2 outs and a runner down at second. Let's see who's going to come off the bench. It might be late in the game, but I think Early's coming in. It's never too late to bring in Early. So Jake Early's going to come off the bench. See if he can get a base hit here and give the Senators the lead. Here's Jake. He's been a good man. My best friend right through it all. He's batting .333 with no homers and no RBIs. Muddy down there at second. Not great speed, but there's 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Hank's got it. He tosses it over. The truck's covering, and that'll be out number 3. So the nice play by K-Line. Throws the runner out at the plate, and the Tigers strand 1. To the top of the 9th we go. We got the top of the order due up here. Cobb, Hellman, and K-Line. See who's going to come on here to pitch. So you got the lefty, a righty, and a righty. So it looks like they're going to bring on Zachary, the lefty, to face Cobb, the left-hander. Anyway, start the inning off with. So Tom Zachary is going to come into the game. And Zachary, this is his 3rd appearance. He hasn't given up any runs yet. He'll be facing, like I say, the top of the order. He's got Cobb, Hellman, and K-Line. Cobb's 2 for 4. He's doubled, flew out the left and center, and singled his last time up. And that's going to be a 8 against a 16. That's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Rice makes the catch for out number 1. Here comes Hellman now, and Hellman's 1 for 4. He has grounded out the 3rd. He has flown out the left and grounded out the 2nd and has a single, RBI single. And that's going to be another single in the right field. As Heine can't get to it, he cuts it off, holds him to a 1-out single. Here comes Al K-Line up now. 1 swing of the bat now can give him a 2-run lead. He's already homered once in the game. He's 1 for 3 with that 2-run homer. Here's the pitch to K-Line. And they don't want no parts of him. It looks like it's a 2-0 count. Can Al take advantage of it? And that ball is hit high. That ball is hit far, but not deep enough. Heine makes the catch out in right field for out number 1. Out number 2, rather. So it's up to Hank Greenberg now. He's doubled. He's flown out the left and grounded out to the pitcher and second. Doubled his last time up. Here's the pitch to Hank. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Buddy. He's going to fire over to first to end the inning. We're going to the bottom of the 9th, still tied up, 6 apiece. And you got the top of the order due up here for the Senators. Rice, Travis, and Goslin. Sam's 1 for 4 with a double. And he has flown out the left, grounded out the second, reached on a fielder's choice and stole a base. And that's going to be a rare play. It's 36 and a 22. And that's going to be hit down the short. Now down the first. And Greenberg's down there. And that's going to be actually, that ball is going to be hit down the short, and that's going to be an error on Harvey. I think that's his 2nd error of the game, an E6. So the go-ahead run's down at first. Rice down at first. Will he stay put is the question. I think he's going to be off and running. 21. He's already stole 1 base today. See if he get in scoring position. 43 or lower. And he's down there at second with a stolen base. So Rice steals another base. Now you got a runner down at second and nobody out for Travis. Here's the pitch to Cecil. Cecil's 0 for 4. He's reached base twice, once on an error, a fielder's choice. He's grounded out twice to second and first. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Will the runner advance is the question. A 54 on a 4. I'll probably be fielding column 3. And it is. And that's going to get the runner to third. He fires over to first. So now the go-ahead runs 90 feet away for Goose Goslin. The winning run down at third. That makes the Tigers bring the infield in, and Goose is having a good game. He's 2 for 3. He's got a triple. He is singled and flown out the left. He's got 1 RBI on the game. And that ball is well hit. That's going to end this ball game, folks. That'll be a single. And that's a walk-off single. Goslin hits that ball in the right field in the gap, but he's going to touch first, and that'll do it. With a walk-off single, Goose Goslin wins this game. Let's take a look at the box score as the Senators fight back not once but twice to win this game. Down 4-0, take a 5-4 lead, down 6-4, and win it in the bottom of the 9th. And that'll probably be a walk-off. Yep, that's what the star is for. Another great game. You got to love these bats games. You got the Senators 7 runs on 11 hits and 1 error. The Tigers 6 runs, 9 hits and 3 errors. Cobb and Hellman both 2 for 5. Boone 2 for 4. He had a homer and 3 RBIs. Tigers were 4 for 12. K-Line had that 2-run homer. They left 7 men on base. You had Goose Goslin 3 for 4. He was the man. No doubt about it. You had Mickey Vernon. He was 2 for 4. The Senators were 5 for 11 with runners in scoring position. They left 6 men on base. Hook, he goes 5 innings, 9 hits, 6 runs, only 4 earned. Walked 2. Tommy comes on and does a great job. Pitches 2 innings, walked 1, struck out 1. And poor Virgil comes in, gets the loss, pitches an inning and a third, 2 hits, 1 unearned run, walked 1. And the General, he pitches 4 innings, gives up 5 hits, 6 runs, 4 walks, struck out 1, gave up 2 homers. Porterfield, 2 innings, 2 hits. Bullpen shut him down, didn't they? Mayberry comes in, 2 innings, 1 hit, and Zachary gets the win, 1 inning, 1 hit. As Tim joins us here, Cleveland Baseball 879. Let's take a look at the standings here and the leaderboard. And now you got the Yankees a half a game up on the Tigers and the Senators. Orioles are a game back. The Red Sox a game and a half. Tigers are 2 games back. White Sox 2.5, and the A's are 4 games back. Ted Williams is leading the American League and the major leagues with a .500 batting average. Lou Gehrig and Babe Ruth with 5 home runs. Ted with 13 RBIs. And Bob Shockey with an 0.6 ERA is leading the American League in the ERA battle. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pitchers tied with 2 wins and 3 pitchers with 2 saves. Lou Gehrig's leading in the MVP voting, and Jack Chisbro is leading in the best pitcher category. And we'll have game number 2 will be the next game on the channel between the Senators and Tigers. It's only a 2-game series. And we'll have Dizzy Trout going up against the big train, Walter Johnson. So that should be a hell of a matchup. I want to thank Tim D, Legend Sports Universe, and Clinton Parks for joining us here this afternoon. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for reminders, and on your way out, hit that like button and leave a comment. Till next time, you all have a great day and take care.